Welcome back for another video. I'm Eharbad, a free-to-play endgame player in Raid Shadow Legends. Today is day 7 of the Morrigaine fusion, and it's pretty much midway through the fusion, at least in terms of collecting the rare champions. We have 1 epic done, and I have 5 of the rares already. So we have 7 left to go. So we're getting along, and we have 7 days after today with active events to collect the remaining rares. Today itself, however, there really aren't any active events. I've already got the rare from Artifact Enhancement. I will finish the remaining points to get to the 6,500 points, but either today, maybe tomorrow, depends how I get on with time. And on the tournament side, there is nothing live. I did, as intended, finish the Spider tournament this morning with today's daily energy, so I didn't need to use a lot of the extra energy that I had mentioned in yesterday's video that we have available to us just in case. So just by doing the arena quest refill plus the activity refill plus the Doom Tower energy node, that was enough to get Spider done. And in doing so, I also picked up the gems from the Dungeon Divers, the node after the rare was in. Unfortunately, the event has disappeared, so I can't show you that. So with the residual energy for today, which is in the advanced quest, takes us up to 175 energy, that I'll just be in Minotaur in terms of the weekly energy refills here on the Ascender champion and upgrade a champion to 4-star. I'm going to hold those back because we do have a Dungeon Divers dropping on Saturday. And much like last week's Dungeon Divers, that's going to be a tricky one. So let's jump into Minotaur. And essentially people ask me kind of what my strategy with Minotaur is, and it's really nothing special. I'm able to solo farm it with my Leoris, and then I just bring 4 champions that need masteries. I do consider that there's some champions that don't need any masteries, and they never go through Minotaur, unless at some point in the future I decide I do want to get masteries on them. There are other champions that only need their tier 6, and I never finish the masteries, so I don't get the 2nd or 3rd tier 5. And there's some champions that I max out. And really it depends at any point in time what champions I want to get done or what I'm looking for. Sometimes if I really want to rush a champion's masteries, I can run them as a duo just with Leoris and the 1 champion that needs masteries and just get it done extra quick. If I'm not in any particular rush, I'll just have 4 champions that need masteries to sort of slowly grind them out. Ideally, you're bringing in champions that also need to be leveled at the same time, so you're really having the absolute minimum amount of wasted resources. They're both getting as much experience as they can, because we have 4 champions that need level, so the wasted experience is minimized. And we have 4 champions that need scrolls. The reality is that's not always the case. I still have quite a few champions that are already level 60 that haven't had their masteries finished. So when I run them through, we'll of course lose out on the experience. There is no way around that, and not really a problem. You might ask why these particular champions right now. That's my 3rd Geo who I use in Twins, but maybe I'd like to have the option to use him in another Hydra team if I wanted to. So for me, it makes sense for me to get the masteries on him. And then we got 3 champions that I intend on using in Tag Team Arena. Uko on defense. I have encountered myself in doing my offense recently that can actually be a bit of a pain as a defense champion, like quite annoying to go up against. So I like to have Uko as an option in case I do want to try her out in defense. And also it would be nice to have masteries on maybe Showcase in a Hydra team in the future. Then we have Basher 2 and Rian, both champions I want to use in Arena on offense, so I do want to rush their tier 6s. I'd say for all 4 of these champions, I'll probably initially just get tier 6 and then not worry about finishing them past that. I typically only finish the masteries entirely on champions that I use extensively, or after playtesting with them, realise that I need either the 2nd or 3rd tier 5 for a specific piece of content or to optimize a build. But my general premise is to try and avoid worrying about doing anything unless I absolutely need to. So with regards to the rest of the fusion, it really does depend on the nature of the champion training tournament that drops tomorrow. Like, if it's a good champion training with, say, a legendary book or a nice amount of soul coins or actual soul stones themselves or essences, then I'm going to need to figure out how I'm going to juggle it along with the Dragon, Dungeon Divers and Ice Golem overlapping. On the other hand, it might not be a great one and we just need to get the rare. So we'll have to see when the tournament drops and make adjustments to our plan depending on what we see. I do expect the Dungeon Divers that drops on Saturday will be another nasty one. So I'm going to be kind of saving the majority of my dragon activity to be done on the Saturday, like I did last week with the Fire Knight and Dungeon Divers 1 overlapping. So in terms of those weekly energy that I showed earlier, I'll save that for Saturday. I'm also have the clan shop energy. I haven't used any of that, so there's 1,000 energy there available to me for Dragon on the Saturday if required. And once again, if we want to, we have gems for energy as well. I will also save any free refills we're given on the daily, kind of the free packs we get each day. So every other day we get an energy refill there. I'll be saving those until Saturday as well. I think we got one yesterday, we'll get one tomorrow, and I'll therefore have 2 more energy refills to use on the Saturday. So that's kind of it. This is going to be the shortest video of the fusion so far. There's really nothing going on in the fusion today. It's a bit of a respite for us. Not often we get to go into Minotaur in the middle of a fusion. Good or bad, you could say. I'd rather we were able to use this energy productively rather than having another crunch this weekend where we're going to have to be creative. Well, it is what it is. In any case, I hope this series is of use and you're finding it helpful, so you can see how I kind of optimize the strategy that I show in the original guides. I'm pretty much following exactly what I said in that video and in the guide. But you can see how it goes into practice, basically, and any little additional tips and tricks I can provide along the way. Hopefully they'll all be of help. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in tomorrow's video where we'll be back in campaign and we will judge the tournament that drops and make a decision on how we're going to manage it. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.